LeBron James, a shot at history, and there it is! LeBron stands alone!
How
so
amazing.
Cool.
There's Kareem right
Yeah,
there. For the first time in nearly 40 years, there is a new all-time scoring leader in the NBA. LeBron James passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points scored all time in NBA history. LeBron broke the record late in the third quarter with his 38,388th career point, sparking a nearly 10-minute long celebration. No basketball being played right then and there. That celebration included the passing of the torch from the former NBA all-time scoring leader to the new king.
That is so cool. People thought it would never be done. When this record was set back in 1984 was when Kareem first got it, and then went on to play for 5 more years, so extended that time. And now, how neat to be able to see who is your predecessor in that way and be able to pass on the torch.
To have him there, right there, cheering him on, and you know, it's one of those like, you're breaking my record, so it's kind of bittersweet, but the fact that you're passing it on to one of the greatest of all time. And I love to, I mean, I wondered what was going to happen when he broke it. Like, do they just keep going?
No.
But it just makes total sense.
His family came down to the court. He hugged his mom, his wife, his daughter, like everyone was there. And he mentioned that poem, The Man in the Arena by Theodore Roosevelt. He writes that on his shoe for every game. He said, last night I felt like I was on top of the arena, not just the man who's being down there playing.
Oh, what a moment.
Yeah, it was really cool. Meanwhile, Madame Tussauds in New York City has revealed a new Rihanna wax figure ahead of her Super Bowl performance this Sunday. The figure is dressed in her 2018 Met Ball look. You probably recognize it there. It also features some LED lights. And later this year, another figure will be unveiled at Madame Tussauds in Orlando, Florida. That will feature Rihanna's outfit from the Super Bowl, which we don't know what she's going to wear.
Right, true. I mean, the face, if you look at the face, looks just like her, but from that front-on picture, it looks like she's like, I don't know, staring through your soul kind of thing. I guess it is a wax figurine, but it looks amazing. And I think a good choice for her figurine.
They said this is the first time she's returned to stage in 7 years to perform, so they felt like this was a big moment. She's also nominated for an Oscar right now, so we're just seeing, it's kind of like J-Lo, when J-Lo performed at the Super Bowl and also went on to the Oscar,
so much more afterwards.
Had all the, the award ceremonies happening after.
Okay, so there'll be one in the New York one and one in the Orlando one. So you get to see a little bit of both. I've never been to the wax museum. It's so terrible.
We should probably do that.
I can't figure out if it's creepy or cool. Okay, we are just 4 days away from Super Bowl 57. Field preparations in Glendale, Arizona are underway, and it all comes down, of course, to the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. But who does America think will win the big game on Sunday? The website BetOnline AG analyzed all 50 states based on geotagged Twitter data and the fan hashtags for each team. So the margin's pretty close, but the Eagles hold an edge over the Chiefs with 28 of the 50 states picking Philly to win. Virginia and Maryland are both for the Eagles. Now this list does not include DC, but considering the surrounding area, we can guess maybe the district would go green as well, with it just being to the north of us.
Right. I was wondering if this is kind of split with populations, right? Do you just have more people in, like, you know, the East Coast area that is going to say the Eagles will win rather than out Kansas City, maybe less populous?
Well, you do see so much of Eagles. I mean, there's so many, especially Eagles fans, that have dispersed, and then you get that cluster around like Kansas City. But then some will kind of root for, maybe more rooting than picking for their conference, because they want their conference, whether the AFC, NFC, to win the Super Bowl.
So we should be rooting for the Eagles then.
Here in Washington, D.C. We want NFC to do well, but I don't know if we want the Eagles because they're enemies of the Commanders. We'll see.
Anyways, but we're rooting for the conference, you just said. That was the whole logic, Kristen. I have no idea.
Unless they're your rivals.
Again, all I care about that day is we're getting pizza. And wings.
And just going to enjoy.
And enjoy the commercials.
I think it's going to be a great game nonetheless. Two great quarterbacks. So hopefully it's a close, exciting game.
The Eagles, Chiefs, who is it?
Eagles are on fire this year, but you never count out Mahomes.
I'm true.
True.
All right.
Somebody will win, somebody will lose.
Yes, exactly.